Today I want to tell you about the benefits of ketogenic diet. First of all, I would like to thank you for being part of this group. We already have 50 members and it keeps growing. So thank you very much for being part of our community. I really appreciate it. And of course, if you know anyone who may benefit from being part of our group, who may learn something or even inspire others to start a ketogenic lifestyle, please do invite them to our group. Please keep liking our photos, our videos, and share your experience with us as well. Today let's talk about the main benefits of ketogenic lifestyle, because we all have slightly different experience with it when we start. And number one, and the most important one for some people, is the weight loss. Ketogenic lifestyle allows us to turn our bodies into fat burning machines, and this is probably the healthiest way of losing our weight. You maintain your muscle mass while your body is using your fat, your stored fat, as energy. I've been on keto. Today is fourth week, exactly 4 weeks. I've lost 4.5 kilograms so far. I feel much better. I lost the extra weight that I've gained over the winter, and of course the lockdown situation didn't help as well. But ketogenic diet program, lifestyle, whatever you want to call it, I don't like the word diet. That's why I don't try not to use it as often, because diet is usually related to restricting us from eating, consuming something, or taking something away. While on keto, it's so easy to replace one food with another that if you feel like eating something, you never actually have to restrict yourself. All you have to do is calculate how much of it you can eat, or replace it with something else. You can replace rice with cauliflower. It actually tastes very nice if you do that. Not exactly the same, but similar. We were sharing the ideas for bread. I find this bread that we made absolutely amazing. Probably tastes better than most bread you could buy in the shop, and it's got so few carbs that you can easily replace it in your daily life and never even feel any difference. It also helps with appetite control. After the 2 weeks period of adaptation to your body getting used to burning fat for energy, I practically stop feeling hungry. I need to remind myself about eating my next meal, because otherwise I may just go all day without eating. Therefore, you don't really have any cravings for sugar. You don't have much cravings for any food of any kind, but the food still tastes very nice once you eat it. And that's a great benefit when you are in travel or when you have a busy day at work, to not have to constantly be reminded about how hungry I am. It is fantastic for me. And actually remembering to eat, setting an alarm on my phone to remind me, okay, I need to have a meal right now. I do incorporate protein shakes because they just make my life easier, but you can easily find a quick meal if you don't like protein shakes, for example. A huge benefit for me is the fact that my energy levels are always high and always stable. So when I consume a lot of sugar, what I notice in my body does is, when I eat, for example 20 minutes after I eat, I feel a lot of energy, and then it gradually drops. On keto, I don't feel that, and my general energy levels, mental and physical, are quite high. On the flip side, sometimes I find it maybe a little bit more difficult to fall asleep because I don't have the sugar crash. So I never actually feel very sleepy. Even in the evening, it is not difficult for me to fall asleep, but I can stay up for much longer, and in a situation where we don't have to go to work next day, sometimes it can work against me, and I have to force myself to actually go to bed and go to sleep. Another great thing about keto diet is stable, low insulin level in our blood. Insulin is a hormone responsible for storing fat in our body, in our fat cells. Having low levels of insulin is preventing us from gaining a lot of fat. And what's connected with that is a low blood sugar. What I also find is my stomach is much calmer than when I'm eating heavy carbohydrate loaded meals like heavy pasta or rice or white bread. When I eat them, I just generally don't feel that good afterwards. It tastes amazing, but the overall benefits of eating pasta are not that great, because you gain a lot of weight, and after you eat a lot of pasta, I generally feel bloated. I feel like I've got a very heavy stomach, and then I've got a crash when I feel sleepy. When I eat keto, I don't have that. I always feel like my stomach is calm, which is great. I already mentioned it in a previous video, but keto diet or keto program was originally developed to control epilepsy before the drugs for epilepsy were developed. That's what you've been used to stop the epileptic attacks. Therefore, people who are suffering with epilepsy and they don't want to put a lot of chemicals in their body should really do a lot of research and reading about it. I'm not a professional doctor, I'm not a physician. I'm not going to advise you to stop or start taking any kind of medicine, and definitely not, I'm not going to suggest that keto can cure anything. Do your own research about it and speak with clever people, clever doctors about it. But some people even claim that ketogenic program helps to control certain types of cancer. Now, again, I'll be very careful about making any claims, so I'm not saying that it cures cancer. However, sugar is #1 feeder for cancer cells. Therefore, do your own maths. If you stop providing sugar to your body, what is going to be the source of energy for cancer? Starving cancer cells by not providing sugar. I'm just going to leave it at that. Do your own research and speak with professionals about it. Interesting research, really interesting things you can find about it. Ketogenic program is great in controlling certain types of inflammations as well. It regulates the amount of the ratio of the cholesterol in our body, the good to bad. Again, I'm not going to go into science about how the cholesterol works, but the important thing about looking at cholesterol levels is the ratio of the bad to good cholesterol. You can use keto for migraine reduction. If you've got bad migraines, try keto for a week and see how you feel. A lot of people notice that the migraines completely go away. This program is not for everyone, especially if you have diabetes. You need to speak with a professional, you need to speak with a doctor. A good friend of mine actually ran the whole marathon being in a state of ketosis. He didn't use any sugary gel packs on the way, he only drank water and ketones. We would love to hear your experience and your story with ketogenic lifestyle, see how it changes your life, and of course, if you've got any questions, please feel free to post them here. We will try to answer them as quickly as possible. Once again, thank you very much for being part of this group. Thank you for being part of our community. I hope this group is helpful for you, and I can't wait to see you in real life. But for now, thanks and see you soon.